Hey everybody, I know you read that title and thought, finally! Everybody knows that Dave is the best Pokemon Island character, and the only people who disagree have never watched the show. And you're wrong. Dave is not only the best Pokemon Island character, but the best total drama character of all time. So let's see why I was wrong about Dave. Let's start off simple. Who is Dave? Dave is the normal guy. He's just a normal dude. He hates gross stuff and weird people and loves Sky. It's a simple premise, but simple is fine. It's how you use it that counts. So let's look at Dave's time on the show and see how he was used. In episode 1, Dave is the fourth contestant we see, calling Max a little weird before getting Leonarded and becoming very uncomfortable. Before, Ella shows up and touches him. This is funny because Dave is normal and those three are weird. As Dave is falling, he interrupts Sugar's speech before opening his parachute to find feathers. This is hilarious because feathers are used for flight, but Dave is a person and not a bird, so he cannot use them. After landing safely in the water, Dave is put on the confused bears and is hit by a tennis ball before shrugging it off in an attempt to impress Sky. This is not funny. Characters I like should never be hurt or put through any hardship. When Sky gives her plan on the challenge, Dave interrupts halfway through to show his support, unknowingly weirding her out. This too is funny. Dave spends the rest of this episode critiquing his team's choices of stuff to grab and later on build. This is funny because it's based on truth. These people are weird and stupid. When it comes time for elimination, Dave hilariously offers to vote off 4 people. After Beardo is eliminated, he says an amazing one-liner.
Game over.
Absolute cinema. Now, I could discuss each and every moment of Dave's 10-episode run, but that would take ages to record and edit, and I could never make you wait on the Dave video for that long. So instead, let's discuss each of Dave's major interactions. Sky, Shawn, Ella, and the weirdos. I'm going to discuss them in order of least to most important, starting with the weirdos. The weirdos are pretty much anyone not named Shawn or Sky. However, the main ones are Beardo, Leonard, and Sugar, because he doesn't really notably interact with anyone else. However, even these interactions aren't too terribly notable since they mostly consist of these characters being weird/gross, then Dave, ever so observant, calls them weird/gross. Next, we can discuss Dave's dynamic with Ella. See, Ella's just another one of the huzz, and Dave, ever the Sigma, doesn't want a run-of-the-mill shawty. He wants Sky. A lot of people claim that Ella represents a possible happy ending for Dave if he wasn't so focused on Sky. No, Ella represents the easy way out, and he'd clearly never be happy without Sky. So Dave tells Ella to beat it, and then she gets shot by a cannon or whatever. I didn't watch the show. Anyways, now it's time to discuss Dave's second most important relationship on the show. His Division 1 homie, Shawn. Shawn is Dave's main confidant in his quest for Sky's love. When they're first paired together, Dave thinks Shawn is weird and stupid for grabbing some cream of broccoli soup. But after Shawn finds the team a cave to sleep in, Dave and him start their bromance. They bond for 2 episodes, and in I Love You Nots, when forced to kiss someone next to him, Dave picks Shawn first before he runs off to make Dave have to kiss Sky. Later, Dave gets Shawn's head in the game by telling him the other team is zombies, and this causes Shawn to strain his relationship with Jasmine. This is not Dave's fault. Shawn shouldn't have taken the advice so literally. After Shawn messes up his relationship with Jasmine, Dave's the one who sets him back on track. Shawn, in return, sends Sky towards Dave's romantic picnic. After Dave shoos the huzz away, after Dave's heart is shattered into a million pieces by Sky, Shawn gives him the advice to be more competitive to win. This causes the rift in Dave and Sky's relationship to crack even further. This is 100% Shawn's fault. Shawn should have known not to give Dave such bad advice. This is why Dave is 100% justified in attempting to murder Shawn in the finale. Ultimately, their relationship ends with Shawn betraying Dave's trust and Dave trying to rightfully get revenge, but failing. Finally, we have Dave's most important dynamic, Sky. As mentioned before, Sky is Dave's love interest. She's also his biggest op. In episode 1, Dave gravitates towards Sky because he thinks that she's the only normal person on the team. Episodes 2 and 3 has them grow closer together with Sky helping Dave while he's geeking, and Dave listening to Sky's orders. In episodes 4 through 7, they almost kiss. Sky thinks Ella and Dave are dating. Ella and Shawn both wingmen for Dave. They almost kiss again, and we get the infamous I love you too, but scene. A lot of people like to claim that Dave could have saved himself so much trouble if he listened and learned what the but was. And while some of the blame could be placed on him, it's not entirely his fault. Bro was in a quick time event and made a subpar choice. Besides, Sky could have just been like, nah, listen up. Boom, everything works out. Sky is team swap for the last pre-merge challenge, and Dave breaks down. This is the one thing I can't defend Bro on. What are you doing? Lock in, you're scaring off the huzz. Shawn gives him poor advice, but it only works because Topher throws. In episode 8, Dave goes on his Sigma lone wolf arc. He beats everyone but Sugar in the eating competition, but that makes Sky think that he's arrogant or something. I don't know, I never watched the show. And they yell at each other, then smile at each other. Dave takes this as a sign to ask her out, but Sky says no, so Dave gets her caught. After the challenge, Dave leaves because a Sigma has no use for money, and Sky was being an L shoddy anyway. Sky still wants him though at the end of the episode. You think this would be the end for Dave? But nah, Dave came back in the finale.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Sky proves why she's the worst character ever by getting Dave, saying nah, re-rolling, getting Dave again. And when Dave is rightfully offended, Sky kisses him to make him help her, causing him to go bald, which, let's be honest, is a fate worse than death. Dave is still locked in and helping Sky till he learns that she's still dating Keith, which makes her a cheater, and that is the worst thing any person can do ever. In an unrelated note, the rest of my top 5 right now are Duncan, Gwen, Beth, and Bridget. Anyways, Dave rightfully tells her to fuck off, and Chris gives him and Jasmine the controls of the island, and tells them that if they can stop Shawn and Sky from reaching the end in 10 minutes, they can split the million. While Jasmine is throwing, Dave almost succeeds by getting them stuck on top of a mountain, but Sky throws a tantrum and causes an avalanche, almost killing Shawn and herself. Unfortunately, they ball, and Dave gets nothing. Oh yeah, they also forget him on the island and leave him to get mauled to death by Scuba Bear 3.0. In conclusion, Dave is the greatest total drama character to ever do it. Objectively, there is no one even close. To add to that, he's not even the best overall. He's the best in every category. Compellingness, design, humor, love interest, strategy, sauce. He's peak. He deserves so much more. The million, the huzz, the fame. Instead, he died on a robotic island to a self-contained underwater breathing apparatus Bear the Third. Fly high, Dave. You were real good, son. Real good. Maybe even the best.